think we can take independent living forward by understanding people's needs rather than assuming we know their needs, and forcing and in cases forcing upon them other people's views, or even what people claim to be experts' views on an individual, because we're all individuals, and as such we're all different in our needs and our aspirations.
How can we take independent living forward? I think our organisation, I Decide, and I know there are a number of other organisations across the country, are working to ensure that everyone is accessing the services they want to. So it's more about everybody promoting services to enable people to live independently and get everything that they want out of their life, and live a fulfilled life that they need, and maintain their health and well-being to better their life, and enjoy it for as long as they can.
I think we have to start to stop the barriers going up, which seem to be created by the central government, by the loss of the Independent Living Fund and other constraints placed on us by local councils due to the austerity measures. I think we have to fight that. Our independence has been a long haul so far, and we can't afford to take steps backwards.
How we can take independent living forward, and what we hope to achieve in the future, is that we need to learn from what we've done in the past and build on that, and not reinvent the wheel, and try and get better independent living opportunities for everybody.
I think that to move independent living forward, we've got to make it more inclusive of more disabled people. People with learning disabilities, people with mental health problems, perhaps people who have just not been offered it or understood it in the past. Older people as well. But I also think we've got to make sure that the support is there, so that we don't just have local authorities handing money to people, but they have first-class support to get the best value from that, to recruit people if they want their own care staff, and all the other support issues that go around it. Money isn't the solution on its own.
I can see the disabled person in the future. In this country, the situation is so good. So I can the possibility to compare the situation for disabled person in other countries, and in other countries is really difficult, discriminate. But I hope in the future the government implement new rules for support and help the disabled person.
So how do we take independent living forward for the future? I think it's about building on the successes that's been achieved so far, looking at what's really worked for people, giving them choice and control over their own lives, and then making sure that we spread the word as far as possible, both at the top in terms of the politics, but also to our communities and the general public, but particularly through disabled people's organisations, to people who might need that sort of support.
I believe that the future of the Independent Living Fund and independent living lies in the hands of disabled people, and in developing and sustaining peer-supported networks, and developing the leadership skills and competencies of people with disabilities.
Okay, so the question is, how can we take independent living forward? I think first of all what's really important is to recognise the achievements that have already been made by disabled people in bringing about independent living for a significant number of disabled people, ensuring that disabled people have now got control over their lives. What's happening at the present time is that those in power, governments in power and who hold the control through finances, are recognising the significance, and they're actually pulling back through the closure of the ILF rather than expanding the ILF. So let us recognise that what has been really positive about independent living is that disabled people for the very first time have actually got control over their lives. We must ensure we build on that, not allow it to be weakened by governments taking funding away.